moment here to load. My little sound check. Okay, let me share it. Okay. Well, we're all plugged in. So, good morning. Welcome back to another WCN Live here at the Wilson County News. My name is Kristen Weaver, Director of Operations, and today my guest is...
Good morning. My name is Casey Tankersley, and I get the honor and privilege of serving as the president of the Greater Vernia Chamber of Commerce.
That's wonderful. Yes, so you have many roles, and we are just going to hear all about what's going on in Vernia today. And there is just so much activity with heading back to school, and everyone's going to start to feel it. So this is a really great conversation we're going to have. Before I get started, let me thank our sponsor. WCN Live is sponsored by White Lightning Liquor. They're located on FM 775 at Center Point, so on your way to Vernia or in between. And you should check them out. They have a great store, and we thank Jerry so much for your sponsorship of WCN Live. She's a wonderful community contributor. So White Lightning Liquor, thank you for your sponsorship. Right. Before we get started on our conversation, and as people are jumping on, let me remind you that to post a comment, you can give a thumbs up, you can smiley face, say hello, or ask a question. We'll be following those and giving shout outs as we go. In the meantime, if you get your name in there while we're live, then your name will go into next week's drawing on WCN Live. So we will need to draw a winner from yesterday's WCN Live. If you could give me a winner here. Good morning, all of you. Remember to post a comment so you can get into next week's drawing. Great. And the winner is going to receive a C Street Gift Shop gift bag and goodie bag. So our winner is Heather Lindquist. Congratulations, Heather. I will be reaching out to you on Facebook Messenger after this conversation. Alrighty. So good. We've got some... Just plug back in and make sure I'm seeing. Good morning to all of you. Christy Bruce says good morning. So, all right, y'all share this video and make sure everybody sees this because exciting time in our lives. It's back to school season. So, Casey, tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Kristen and the Wilson County News for having me on. I serve as the Greater Vernia Chamber of Commerce president, but my full-time, normal day-to-day job is I'm a community relations rep for GVEC, and so at GVC, we are huge supporters of our communities, especially the communities that we serve, and so I get the privilege every day of representing the GVC membership out in our community, and one of those ways is by serving our local chamber of commerce. And so we know that those groups, those organizations are made up of, the local businesses and the organizations that are kind of the backbone of our communities that we serve. And so for me, Vernia holds a special place. I'm happy to serve in the capacity I do because I'm a Vernia girl myself. So I grew up in Vernia, graduated from Vernia High School, and now have chosen to raise my family in Vernia. And so, it's come full circle for me as far as growing up there. But I'm happy to to serve my community as far as the chamber and other organizations in town. But yes, we have a lot going on with the Greater Vernia Chamber, especially as we kind of jump into the month of August. So thank y'all again for the continued partnership. Such great community supporters, especially the Wilson County News and all y'all do for us as well. And so we're always happy to partner with y'all. So thank you.
Awesome. So tell us about this big back to school bash. How many years has this been going on in the community? And it's a really big draw to the community. You get a huge presence of people. What's its purpose? Tell us all about that and when it's happening.
Yes, sure. So the Back to School Bash, this is our 4th year to help co-host this event. And so we are so grateful to Vernia ISD for being the host site and for co-hosting with us. We have such a great relationship with them, and we're so grateful for what they provide our community, right? They are also one of the main backbones of our community in terms of educating, our kiddos and, providing staffing and all of that. And so we are grateful for that. Fourth year, it's what it used to be called something maybe like the Newcomers Fair. I think the school district hosted that in the past, but it is just a large free vendor fair where you can come out, you can meet your neighbors, but really the goal is for you to learn about some of the school services that are offered at La Vernia ISD, meet some of the student organizations within La Vernia ISD, as well as some of our local nonprofits. And then you have the chamber component come in, and that's where we'll have our membership is able to set up a booth too. And so, we have close to 45 vendors, whether they're chamber members, nonprofits, or part of the school district, that are slated to have a table at the event. And so it's going to be a really great, a really great time. And so the event is it's next Thursday, and so we're excited to host that kind of that first week of school. So for us in La Vernia, we start school on Monday, and so the event is on Thursday, and we will it's from 6 to 8 p.m. It's in the high school main gym, so the one that's connected there to the auditorium. You can park kind of out in that big main parking lot there, and then come in. It's free, and so you'll have your local businesses that will have tables set up and giving away, giveaway items, freebies. You're going to see your student organizations that are there to promote what they have going on, or just for awareness, right? Who they are, what they are. And then we have several nonprofit groups, some of our youth groups in town, like the Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts and the Girl Scouts and our 4-H program, that will be there as well. And so, we're excited that those groups are going to be there. So if you're maybe you're new to La Vernia, maybe you've lived in La Vernia a long time, and you just want to maybe get to meet some people, or you want to learn about maybe some of the local businesses or some of the organizations, this is like the perfect opportunity.
Right. So all are welcome.
All are welcome. Yes, it's free to the public. We're going to have like the La Vernia High School cheerleaders, and the dance team is going to be there, and so yes, and so you're going to be able to kind of see those students as well out that evening for the event. So.
Okay. Right, so you really get to meet everybody, so families, parents, and just new to community, just a great community involved atmosphere. Wonderful. And you were telling me earlier that August is a really busy time for the chambers. What all do you have going on?
Yes, so we, it is, we kind of take the month of July off as far as having a monthly meeting, and so just because we know everyone's traveling or has vacation planned and things like that, so we have a lot planned in August. I'm going to have to look at my notes here so I make sure I get the dates down correctly. We are going to kick off August next Thursday, the 6th, with the Back to School Bash. So that's going to be our big first event for the month. And then we're going to hit the following week on Tuesday, the 11th. We are having a ribbon cutting for one of our chamber members, the Heather Murray real estate team. Wonderful. They are, if you haven't been through town and you haven't seen it, you are missing out. They painted a community mural right in town at the La Vernia Car Wash, and so they have partnered with a lot of other great groups in town, and even had some student involvement. So it's super cool. I happen to live by the car wash, so I get to see it all the time. It kind of puts a big smile on my face, but we're going to have a ribbon cutting for them at 5 p.m. on that Tuesday, the 11th, and then we have our monthly meeting. It's always the second Wednesday of the month, and it's going to be on the 12th, so the next day, Wednesday the 12th, and it'll be there at the La Vernia Church of Christ. And I know I was sharing with Kristen before we got on live, but the La Vernia Chamber is so grateful for our partnership with the La Vernia Church of Christ and their leadership. They, opened their church hall for us to use for our monthly meetings, and it has been a true blessing for our chamber, especially as we've grown over the past couple of years, and we'd outgrown some of the spaces we were meeting in, and so we're so grateful that they, welcome us and allow us to use that church hall. But our monthly meeting is open to anyone who wants to attend. Of course, members for sure. We want our members to come. And this is a pretty big meeting for us. So it'll start at noon. As the president, I know that, time is of an essence, especially for our small business owners. They need to get back to their business. So we try to keep it to an hour, noon to 1. You're always welcome to come early, 11:30ish, to kind of network and meet fellow members, or, just kind of meet each other, get signed in. This month, August, I'm kind of already jumping at. In August, Whitty's Barbecue is going to be doing our lunch, and so it's $12 per plate. If you want lunch, you're going to need to RSVP by next Wednesday. So our chamber members got it in our weekly email this week, but just a reminder, Whitty's Barbecue, who can pass up like a pork chop meal? So $12. And at this meeting, we have our elected officials coming. And so we've invited all of the elected officials within our community and the county to come and just give an update on their position and on their office. And so, we're hopeful to have a great turnout from them. They each get a few minutes to get up and share. It's always really informative just to know what's going on, whether it's in our own community or within the county. And then we have that on the 12th, and then we jump to the next week on the 18th. We have a coffee with the chamber mixer. And so we haven't had a mixer in some time, but we're excited. So GVEC is hosting the mixer, and so it'll be a morning mixer with coffee. And so we have that first thing that morning from like 8 to 9:30. They're at GVEC in Vernia, just right downtown, for coffee with the chamber. And then we jump to the 27th of August, and one of our newest members, the Windmill Farms Winery, they are going to be having a ribbon cutting. And so we're excited to welcome, that new business to town. And so we'll have their ribbon cutting that afternoon. And so, we have a lot going on in a short window of time. And so, we're excited. We're kind of all just jumping in first, right? Like our kids go back to school, and our community is just you can already tell there's a lot of hustle and bustle going on in town. So the chamber is doing the same thing. So we're ready to get started for the second half of the year.
That sounds great. Well, so then you had also mentioned there's some upcoming events.
Yes. So we are also, in addition to like our monthly meetings and, our normal kind of annual things, we're also going to be hosting a second type of vendor fair out at the Circle in Mays in October. And so we will kind of be sharing more information out with our membership at our August meeting. And so be on the lookout for information about that. If you haven't been out to the Circle in Mays, it's a really neat, family type of experience. I'm going to call it an experience out there. And so, we as a family try to go every year. It changes, right? And I have a 9-year-old. He loves all the extra hands-on things they have out at the Circle in Mays. And so the chamber is partnered with them, and we're going to have an event out there in October for our members to kind of set up, a booth and things like that as well, more of a vendor type of event for our members. So, be on the lookout. Kind of more information coming on that as we get closer.
Great. So as a reminder to those in the community that are watching and maybe they're not members of the Greater Vernia Chamber, what do they have to do? How can they reach out to become a member? Of course, attending a meeting.
Yes.
And getting involved that way. But share some about that.
Yeah, so we are 199 members strong. So we'd love for you to be our 200th member of the chamber. And we normally get there every year. We're always really close to that 200 mark, which is people are like, there are 200 businesses in Vernia. Well, we're also the greater, so we welcome businesses that maybe service the greater Vernia area. So, or maybe you're a home business. Maybe you don't have a brick and mortar in town or in the area, but you're a home business. We have a lot of those members that are part of the chamber, but that, they take advantage of the networking and the marketing and the social media and the things that we offer. And so, if you're interested, I first and foremost want to invite you to, come to one of our luncheons. You can meet fellow members. You can meet the board. We have a very active board. I'm very grateful and thankful for the board that has chosen to serve alongside me. These ladies go above and beyond for our community, and so I'm so grateful for them as well. But we invite you to come to a luncheon. If you can't make it, no big deal. I encourage you to visit our website, laverniachamber.com. You can find all kinds of information, including our membership application. You can apply online right there. You can pay online, all of those things if that's something you want to do. And so, we would love to add you as our 200th or 201 member, but yes.
Yeah.
So we have a really great chamber and really great things going on.
We do.
So yeah, if you're interested, or our social media, we have a pretty active social media following, and we check it regularly too. And so if you have questions, message us on Facebook or comment on Facebook for us, and we'd be happy to kind of reach out and visit with you about all the benefits besides just the networking and those things. There's a lot that goes on, and that's included in your membership. So
that's amazing.
Yes.
So some shout outs to those who have commented and that have been watching, but thank you, Loopy, for joining us, and good morning to you, Heather Chandler, and Lynelli Richter. She says greetings from College Station. As well, Brandy Brown is watching. Remember to comment so that your name will get into next week's drawing. Patricia Moore Fowler says good morning, really enjoys WCN Live. Thank you so much. And Nanette has provided some links also. The Greater Lavernia Chamber is tagged in the description of this video, but also some links are in here. Thank you, Nanette, for the Back to School Bash is linked in here as well. So some good information in the comments. Be sure to check those out as a resource. But yeah, I think reminding folks where they can connect with you as well online, as well as, watching for information. Also coming out in the Wilson County News, we try to keep track of what you're doing too and share all of that there. So really big reminder, circling back to the Back to School Bash on next Thursday.
Next Thursday, the 6th. So yes, come out. Free to the community at 6 to 8 p.m. We'd love to see you, right? If anything else, it's a great really opportunity. If you're new to town, come out and meet some people. This is a family event, so bring your kids. There will be all kinds of goodies for the kids. Our chamber members always do a really great job of bringing some really cool giveaway items and things at their booths. If it's okay with you, Kristen, I'd like to kind of run through maybe who's going to be there. So like I said, this is a pretty lengthy list, but I want to give a shout out to these chamber members and school, this part of the school district that's already signed up to attend. Now, the deadline for the RSVP did close last Friday, and so I do want to mention that, but we are grateful for these that have. I'm going to start with the chamber members first, and then so if you hear your name or you want to give a thumbs up, we would love that. And so we'll have the Lavernia Market Days, Twin Creek Insurance, LaRusso Music, the Heather Murray Team, GVEC, the Wilson County News, Renewal by Anderson, First Mark Credit Union, Mac Med Spa, Be Beautiful Boutique, Bard Craft Designs, the Lavernia Lions Club, Drama Kids, the Friends of the Wilson County Library, the Wilson County Adoption and Rescue Services, the Lavernia United Methodist Church, the Rotary Club of Wilson County, S&S Plumbing Contractors, Foundation Plumbing, Third Coast Bank, Lavernia's Den, Aguilar Notary Public, Biohaven Wellness, Thriving Hearts, Hope Church, Vital Event Rentals, Camp Gladiator, and Seguin Title Company. Those are the chamber members that will be there. I'm going to run through who's going to be there. I know I've got a few more from Lavernia ISD. These are kind of part of either student organizations or part of your student services. We're going to have the Lavernia High School BPA. That's your Business Professionals Association. The Lavernia High School Honey Bears, the Lavernia FFA, Lavernia ISD Health Services Department, the cheerleaders, the theater arts, the high school theater arts group, FCCLA for the high school. Really cool, the baseball team has RSVP'd for the event, and then the Lavernia High School Acts of Kindness Club. And so we're excited to have those student groups and those student services present as well. And then a couple of our nonprofits I've already kind of mentioned, but the local 4-H, the Girl Scout, our local Girl Scout troop, our Boy Scouts, our Cub Scouts, and then Woodman Life as well. So kind of rounding up those nonprofits in the area that will be there. But yeah, like I said, lots of great people to visit with. Maybe you're interested in getting your kiddo signed up for one of these groups. Maybe you're interested in checking out one of our groups that's going to be there. This is the perfect opportunity to do that, especially as we kind of get into like our first full week of school. And in Lavernia, Thursday nights are now our Friday nights. So why not, like, you kind of wrapped up your first week of school, come out, enjoy the event, and meet your neighbors in the process. So
wonderful. It is. It sounds really exciting, and what a great way to kind of kick off and get back into the school, the rhythm of all of the activities that are about to be happening. As you
Yes.
said, August is going to explode,
Yes.
and it's kind of all around us. But we appreciate
Thank
so
you.
much the Greater Lavernia Chamber and the way that you have all of these activities and keep everybody connected in the community. It's really fantastic to watch that and be part of it in our community. So thanks for all that you do, because that's
Thank
amazing.
you. Yes, lots of good
Whew.
things. Yes.
Very good. I hope you got something out of this too. I think that's been great. Really should get on over there and support what y'all are doing in Lavernia. You know, come out and meet your neighbors and everything. It just sounds like it's going to be great. And Wilson County News will be there, so we're excited. Yes. So, well, thank you all who have commented today, who've watched and joined in the conversation. We appreciate you. Good to hear from you, Sharon, also. And Oscar Amuhada is watching, so be sure to post a comment while we're live, and that'll get your name in next week's drawing. And good morning and hello to you, Amanda Salazar, too. So, great. Y'all share this video and just share the great things that are going on in Lavernia. It's really cool that we have such positive impacts in our community, and so proud to be talking about all of this and sitting down with you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Remember that they're tagged in the description of this video, so you can learn more about the Greater Lavernia Chamber of Commerce if you'd like to, and just keep supporting your community. So thanks for joining us, and I'd like to thank our sponsor. We are sponsored today by White Lightning Liquor, located at Center Point, which is on 775 in between here and Lavernia. So check them out. Thank you so much, Jerry, for your sponsorship of WCN Live. We appreciate you. Thanks all for joining us today. And remember to join us next week. We'll be on again Wednesday at 10 a.m. So we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.